Hi folks, this is SLiV, and in this video I want to give a brief introduction to Epicinium. Epicinium is a turn-based strategy game where your impact on the environment matters. For instance, each industry tile that is built accelerates global warming, which can lead to destructive weather effects such as drought or firestorm. This means that players can consider getting an economic or military advantage in the early game at the risk of reduced profits in the late game. So this is a match between myself as the teal player and co-developer UnarmedLad as the black player. I'm going for a more aggressive strategy at the start. So you can see I have my militia units, and I also got a tank, whereas UnarmedLad's deciding to defend with his militia units, keeping his militia in the cities which offer protection. At night, cities gain power and generate income. But the militia only have 1 HP, so they're fairly easy to kill, so they're kind of early scout units. And my tank is now in position to start bombarding that city. The industry also dries out the area surrounding it, so that's something to consider, and that definitely means that the longer the game goes on, it will eventually turn to desert, and the tiles will be worthless. So as you can see, at the top he managed to kill my militia fairly quickly, but I have started shelling his lower city. And at night the cities gain income if the surroundings is nice enough. And that means that you have to take care of, the more combat occurs near a city, the less power it's going to get. So I have managed to enter one of his cities, which means I'm dangerously close to winning, because if I occupy both of his cities, then that's game over. So I'm 50% of the way there, but he has managed to defend his lower city, so he can now do a counterattack. But the fact that I have occupied his top city means he can't use it to build more units or build more industry, for instance. So he does have to think of a way to get rid of me on his upper city. He has a militia of his own on my north city, but I don't think he'll be able to do much with that. He has decided to upgrade his industry, which will allow him to build bigger tank units with 2 tanks in them, and that just means that it's cheaper and it's a lot more sturdy and a lot more destructive as well. But as you can see, when units fight, they also destroy the grass that they're fighting on, so the more combat that goes on during the game, the more of the map that will be destroyed even just by regular combat. And this is especially true for abilities such as the tanks bombard ability or the sappers bombard ability. And tanks also deal damage to tiles as they drive, so you can really leave behind a track of dirt as you move your way across the map. So UnarmedLad has managed to defend, has gotten rid of my militia, but I am now sending my tanks towards his lower city, so I'm trying to just get rid of that entirely, because once it's gone, it's gone. It is possible to build new cities, but they're generally very expensive, so you don't see that very often. Yeah, so he has to move his militia units back to defend against his tank. But now he has tanks of his own, so he'll be using those tanks to either defend or just charge them towards my cities and start blasting those away. But as you can see, the drought has already started destroying grass near the industry tiles. So I got my 3 tanks. I'm just gonna slowly move forward, and I think I'll be able to destroy that city. I don't think he can defend. I mean, not if he's moving his tanks away from his own cities. But yeah, as you can see, the grass is already getting destroyed by the tanks as they drive. Which also factors in later in the game, because at the end of the game, whoever wins is going to get points for the number of grass or forest tiles left on the map. So here if I'm trying to win, I'm also kind of destroying my own points here. UnarmedLad is deciding to build a farm. Farms give a lot of income really quickly, but as you can see they also take up a lot of space, so they're also destroying a lot of grass tiles. And yeah, so now the double tank is moving forward. I've got a tank of my own trying to defend with that. So we'll see if he moves adjacent to me, then I can do a shell command and I can destroy that tank. I have now destroyed UnarmedLad's lower city. So that definitely puts me ahead. I only have to destroy one more city for winning. But UnarmedLad does move his tank units out of the way, so I won't be able to shell that. Yeah, so you can see my tank missing. The shelling just does nothing, it just hits dirt. So winter has arrived, which means that there's snow basically everywhere, and the snow slows down units, and it also has effects on, for instance, crops don't grow in the winter and stuff like that. UnarmedLad is moving his tanks forward and might start bombarding my industry, which will also probably kill the militia that's standing there in the process. But I am now starting to surround his city. Yeah, so he's going to destroy my industry. And I'm kind of chasing his tanks with my single tank. A single tank can kill both of them with one bombard ability, one shell ability, but not while he's moving away all the time. So I've decided to build more militia units to help defend against this double tank unit. And I only have to destroy one more city, so that's definitely... If I manage to defend my own cities long enough, I should be able to win this. I have my tanks moving forward, but he's going to make some extra double tanks. Units do get shot when they move past another unit, so there's an attack of opportunity there. And now my tank is surrounded, which allows him to do a focus attack, which is going to destroy the tank. So the game is also a little bit positional, where if you manage to surround your enemies or at the right times, you can do a ton of damage that way. But yeah, now I do start shelling his last remaining city, while he also shells mine. Of course, his double tanks also do twice as much damage when they're shelling, so that's something to consider. And here I do a focus on my own, so that's gonna at least clear one of his tanks. But UnarmedLad has made another settler, so he could make, if he has enough money for that, he could make another city, which will allow him to stay in the game, and maybe make use of his double industry to completely destroy me. But I do end up destroying his tanks. And now I almost destroyed his last remaining city as well. So it does look rather grim. He's trying to sneak that settler in the corner. And as you can see here, global warming is getting worse because of the many industry tiles that we've built. So it's now autumn, and when it becomes winter again, you'll see some frostbite. If we get to that point at least. Yeah, so here I just destroyed UnarmedLad's last remaining industry, but it did make a new city just in time. And now basically I have to search for wherever that city might be, but I think I saw it when I moved my militia unit past his farm. So I do think that I've just seen it, I've just spotted it. And now I'll be making my way. I only have to occupy it, so if I just get one unit there, then that's enough to close the game. I'm gonna make some more militia. But yeah, I have another militia there, so that's going to be enough to close out this game. It is going to get winter again, so here you can see the frostbite, which deals damage to ground units on open squares. But my militia is safe inside the city now, and the tank is basically protected it from... well, at least it does take damage, but it can't get destroyed by frostbite. So that's it, that's GG. And I got 56 points out of 100, so that's not a ton, but still a nice amount. Alright, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.